What's up, Mix Nutters? It's your boy Marcus, back in black, and today we are going to be talking about the YOLO economy and how that is going to change the whole game up with all these new workers after the pandemic starts to subside. Coming up next. Before we get started, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you always know when we drop a new episode, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, of course. And check us out on our Instagram account. That is MixNuts3000, MixNuts3000. Check us out. Leave a comment. Leave a like. Run it. What's up, Mix Nutters? It's your boy Marcus, back in the building, and today we're doing YOLO economy. A lot of people were fed up with the lockdown life, underemployed or overworked, and many people are just ditching their old routines and risking it all to pursue something with some kind of passion or love attached to it. And a lot of people are dubbing this the movement of fulfillment called YOLO economy. Now, cryptocurrency has a lot to do with this because now they're able to bring cryptocurrency to a lot of people because of the apps and the accessibility now to it. And there's a little more knowledge behind it. It's giving people financial freedom they never had before. Now, the new ways to work and new ways to build wealth are changing the game way up. All right. So the basic premise of the YOLO, or you only live once economy, if you haven't heard of that before, is that the old ways of working just aren't gonna cut it, man. Prices are high and raises are low. So low-income workers have been laid off and struggling against the inefficient government relief program and a shrinking job market. Now, what they're not saying on the news to you is that a lot of these workers were already struggling way before any type of pandemic. The pandemic just exacerbated it. And then once people actually had to slow down and had the time to think, they realized, why am I killing myself for a job that don't even care about me? This pandemic showed a lot of companies' true colors and how they really roll. You know, all that teamwork and where all the family talk. And when it's time to start laying people off, you start, realizing that you must be adopted because they'll let your ass go quick, fast, in a hurry. So a lot of people are focusing on working on them and what their dreams are, which should have always really been the case, to be honest with you. So let's talk about who's leaving and why. So the 26% of the workers plan to leave their employers after the pandemic. 80% are doing so because they're concerned about their career advancement. Meanwhile, 72% say the pandemic caused them to rethink their skill sets, and learn new skill sets to get better careers. A lot of people are thinking about leaving their jobs mainly because of advancement, man. You know what I mean? Because look, the biggest pay raise you'll ever get is going to another job. They pay you this much extra when you get a promotion at your current job, but they'll pay somebody this much extra coming from the outside. That's just the truth. And a lot of people are just tired of working their hardest to be good, to be promoted as something they don't even care about. So, and it's causing strife in their families, man. When you really don't like your job, or you, God forbid, you hate it, it's never a break. You always either glad you off or dreading going back. All right? A lot of people are tired of Mondays tasting and looking like gray, you know? Some people actually have told me that they get depressed on Sunday night and they don't want to go to sleep because that means the weekend over. These are adults I'm talking about. Isn't that crazy? Now, think about this for a second. If you spent 8 hours a week, right? Say you're working full time, so you're doing 40 hours, right? You put 40 hours a week into your dreams or yourself in general, you'd be awesome in like a month. So I'm not saying go out there and quit your job immediately, but I am saying you need to work on your own stuff too, because this YOLO economy thing makes a huge point. You know what I mean? Working your whole life just so you can retire when you're too old to have fun. Also, buying a house that's outlandishly overpriced just so you can be trapped at that job you hate and then be real depressed. Because by the time you realize you're doing all this to own stuff you don't even want or need, and you got to maintain that job so you don't lose this stuff, that's depressing, bro. Any type of trap, you know what I mean? Some people call it security, but people in prison are also secure. So I don't know, man. Live your life by your own terms. Go ahead and get it in. Work your hardest on your own dreams. And if you don't have no dreams, hey, work on it. Go to sleep, have one, do something, but figure out what you want to do. I can guarantee you it's not what you're currently doing, most likely. Like, look, when I was a kid, I didn't want to grow up and have a career. Dude, I wanted to be Batman. And since that is currently not a realistic job opportunity, I just want to be free. Make this money, get some of that crypto, chill out, make a little dough. I would suggest everybody to invest wisely, watch the market, try to figure out something you take some enjoyment in and make a little cash off of, and build on that. Now, don't get home run syndrome. You know what I mean? Like, if your dream is to start a YouTube channel, don't immediately think you're gonna be like making millions of dollars like right off the bat. Like, do realize it's a process that you gotta nurture and grow into something, but work on it. All right, dreams only come to sleepers, and these companies showed you what they made out of during this pandemic with all these layoffs and these, you know, a lot of these jobs that are quitting are like the frontline workers, like the grocery store workers or restaurants. And the reason for it is because they were in danger the whole time at the worst time of the pandemic, and they really didn't pay well. And now unemployment is paying them a decent wage, not a lot of money, but more than they were making. The real question is, why is nobody looking into the fact that these people working full-time jobs with that low unemployment check is more than enough for them? Most people get an unemployment check and it's a pay cut. Some of these people, it's the most money they ever made. That is sad. That's what we need to look at to make, you know, America better. But the YOLO economy, I think it's changing minds and hearts. And some of that advice you got from those older people you knew back in the day, when they gave it to you, it was correct for their time, but it's not correct now. You know what I mean? Not for you anyway. So two things can be true and different. You know what I mean? Like, for them, get a house, do all this, blah, blah, blah. But it wasn't so much inflation. It wasn't so many insecurities. So it's different. It's a different time, different advice. It might have been true had you got to it about 10 years, 20 years earlier or whatever. Do you watch the trends and, you know, as they say, YOLO. Now, before we go, I had to bring up this businessman. This is a local businessman / hero. This Detroit pizza man, he paints the street blue to save people some green. And by that, I mean, it was this little parking spot right in front of his shop, right? And apparently it was for handicapped customers, but it was no signs posted. For $150, man. And the city really wasn't doing anything because it was making that dough. $150 ticket for a sign that's not posted. You catching people all the time. That's building revenue for the city. Wrong, wrong, wrong. You should at least have a sign posted. I mean, if you park there and the sign was posted, bro, like, then that's a different thing. But if it's not, that's called a hustle. This hero, Tony Sacco, he owns Mort's Pizzeria Bar in Detroit, and it stands on Library Street. And he jumped in, painted that street, and been saving people cash ever since. This is something the city should have done. You know what? A lot of times it really does take citizens to step in to make something right. I mean, I don't even think people understand how important it is for you to take an active part in your environment and see something wrong and try to stop it. Because city, that bureaucracy and all the votes and planning and all this stuff, look how long it takes them to fix a pothole. I mean, so I'm glad he did it, man. He's saving people. He had customers with their kids getting ice cream, getting $150 tickets during an economic crisis / pandemic, and they're trying to support businesses, and you're giving them a $150 ticket for some unmarked handicap spot. That is BS, son. So good on you, Tony Sacco. You a true hero. Here, us at the Mixed Nuts channel, you know, we actually salute you, bro. Alright, Mixed Nutters, I'm about to make like a baby and head out. If you want to support the channel, go to buymeacoffee.com/mixednuts. We got new videos coming every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. Hit all those notification bells and links and whistles and whatnot. And until next time,